been in fires a lot. No matter how experienced you are, you got to have somebody on your shoulder telling you that, you know, they're backing you, because you don't know. There are times when you say, hey God, just get me through this, you know, I'll be a good boy, and I'll go to church on Sunday, I'm going to take care of everything. Get me through this.
The battleground. It's very important to know the enemy is fire and how the enemy spreads, convection, conduction, and radiation. And you got to know your battlefield. You're going to do battle on the fire ground, so you got to know the battlefield.
The best thing could happen to all of my people would they run into all of you. The whole secret of this business, I think, is to know your job as intimately and as interconnected as you possibly can.
The premier position that the workers in this room have put this service in is that we are the most popular service, we're the most accepted service, and we're the most trusted service. Now, the worst thing that can happen to us is that we get complacent and we don't keep agitating each other, and we don't keep asking the kinds of questions that we are asking here.
To be able to work at an occupation which brings tremendous personal satisfaction, and to enjoy the association with the marvelous people we have been privileged to work with, makes firefighting enviable to those sentenced to much more mundane walks of life.
Somewhere in this room, there is someone that will be up here on this stage accepting this award in the future, because this is the group that is the leadership of the fire service.
I think, like most people that have these things happen to them, they realize that they really stand on the shoulders of people who have gone before them, people who have stand next to them, and people they admire.
To the FDIC fire engineering family, and to my beloved friend, the late Steve Alk. As a team, there was nothing we could not accomplish in making this the greatest fire service conference in the world.
It will be all of you, the true leaders of the fire service, that keep the torch of tradition burning intensely, that will steer us through these turbulent waters and allow us to emerge an even stronger and more resilient fire service.
You're the best and the brightest the fire service has to offer. And I would encourage you to attend as many classes as you can. Take the knowledge you gain, bring it back and share it with your team, and above all, be all that you can be. Thank you, stay safe, God bless, and buckle up.
This award, it's a testament to a pursuit, a calling, a sharing of knowledge. We understood the phenomena of smoke movement through the stack effect, but we didn't associate that with fire behavior and the fact that if you were in a position of smoke and fire travel, you were in the barrel of the shotgun.
Mentor, train, share with everybody, make a difference. Love this job, and to anyone that doesn't, to anyone that disrespects it, show them the door.
This is a real privilege to do what we do, and it's a joy. I notice today sometimes when we get into the tactical discussions that it gets pretty bitter and nasty amongst some people. I think Bobby mentioned it this morning. Keep arguing, keep talking, but don't take it personal.
I'll never forget the sense of pride and thrill and exuberance that I feel when I see my name in fire engineering that has been published for well over 100 years. To all of you, thank you very much, and may God bless us and keep us all safe in our most noble of professions.
Once again, please welcome Chief Bobby Halton and the daughter of Chief Tom Brennan, Ms. Eileen Brennan.
The word friends, that's a word that gets thrown around a lot today. People use it on that ridiculously evil platform, Facebook, to identify people that they've never even spoken to. Its modern use makes it almost irrelevant, pointless. But not for someone like Mike Dugan. Mike Dugan is not casual in his use of words. Mike Dugan is deliberate. If you're fortunate enough to be a friend of Mike Dugan's, then you have a deeper vintage understanding of the term friend. People like Mike Dugan receive words like the one being bestowed on Mike today because they mean what they say, and they say what they mean. It's almost a non sequitur to award Mike Dugan with Lifetime Achievement. It would almost be ludicrous to say that you could find someone more deserving of the Lifetime Achievement than the man we're about to honor. It would be a fool's errand to try to find someone whose character, whose contributions, whose examples are more worthy. It's almost impossible to imagine a lifetime with more achievement or reward than the life of Mike Dugan. An award of this nature is not based on things that you can measure. It's based on intangible things, such as virtue and character and personality. In addition to those three critical aspects, Lifetime Achievement Awards look at the contribution and the service. And when we speak about Mike Dugan, the last two are without question. Mike has contributed to the American Fire Service in so many ways that we could spend the next 2.5 days listing all of the classes, training sessions, programs, bulletins, articles, and lectures that Mike has done in just the past 2 years. Archimedes once said, "Give me a place to stand and a lever, and I will move the world." Mike has moved the world. Mike has never backed down from a challenge, has never forgotten a friend, and has never gone back on his word. In those ways, Archimedes' accomplishment would have paled in comparison to the type of person one must be in order to have achieved those three elements as unfalteringly as Mike Dugan has. Now, Mike's life was not without challenges, as all of our lives are. He was once a cop. He also had the challenges of health, family, profession, faith, and association. As I mentioned, he was a cop. Any one of those challenges would have broken many a great man. Overcoming any one of those challenges would make one worthy of lifetime achievement. But to have achieved them all, to have conquered them all, to have set an example, set a bar, a standard to which we all can subscribe, that puts Mike in a class of men that in a former time we called great men. I think it is totally acceptable, proper, and necessary that we put Michael Dugan in the class of great men. One of the greatest of American poets, Robert Frost, once said, "There was never truly any heart truly not great and generous that was not also tender and compassionate." I will be forever grateful to Almighty God for having allowed me to know Mike. To his incredible wife, Missy, his lovely daughters, Emily and Sarah, thank you. On behalf of a grateful nation, a grateful fire service, and the thousands that your dad, your husband, has rescued from harm's way, the thousands he has taught so diligently and sacrificed precious time away from each of you, the three greatest loves of his life. Thank you for sharing Mike with all of us. And now, the straight gouge on Mike Dugan. Mike Dugan started in the fire service in 1973 in the Hale Site, New York Volunteer Fire Department. He began his 27-year career with FDNY as a fighter and Ladder 137. As a Pro B, he was transferred to Ladder 43 in Spanish Harlem. As a firefighter, Mike received the Gordon James Bennett Medal in 1992, the Harry M. Archer Medal in 1993, FDNY's highest award for bravery. As a lieutenant, Mike Dugan served in Ladder 42 in the Bronx. He was promoted in 2000 and ended up serving as the captain of Ladder 123 in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, until his retirement. Mike has been involved with the fire service for more than 45 years. He is an instructor and educational advisory board member for FDIC International, an author, and an editorial advisory board member for fire engineering. He lectures around the country on truck company operations, building construction, size up, and today's fire service. A few of the tens of thousands of Mike's friends sent us their regards. From Chief Tom Richardson, Chief of Department FDNY. Mike devoted his personal and professional life to the fire service. In particular, he had a passion for training firefighters. As the captain of Ladder 123, I always admired how Mike took pride in training and development of all his members, especially the probationary firefighters. He was an excellent teacher and held his people to a high standard of performance. Many of his members went on to become line officers in the FDNY, and others went to work in our rescue and squad companies, our most elite units. They were able to progress in their careers largely due to the training they received as young firefighters from Mike Dugan, the legendary battalion chief John Salka. Mike was a well-known and respected captain in the FDNY. He worked in several of the busiest and best companies. His dedication to and the love for the FDNY and the work that we do was unparalleled. He was known as a smart, courageous firefighter and officer. He was cited several times for bravery and awarded 2 of the FDNY's highest medals during his career. Mike also worked as a fire instructor locally and throughout the country and has equally amazing a reputation with firefighters around the country. From Fire Chief Rick Lasky, there are few people in life that you can consider a dear friend, a mentor, a confidant, and a brother. Mike Dugan is all of those things wrapped up in one person. Anytime I've ever needed a person to talk to, a shoulder to lean on, a true and blunt answer to something, Mike has always been there for me. Congratulations, this is so well deserved. From our friend down under, Phil Paff, a station officer in Queensland Fire Rescue, Australia. Mike Dugan is a Mack truck powered by a bulldozer engine. Even in retirement, Mike is unrelenting in spreading the word of honor for our profession, the privilege of serving, and the critical importance of training plays in our service and our own safety. The fact that Mike has reached this, his reach has extended beyond North America all the way down under is evidence in of itself. And finally, from one of Mike's closest and dearest friends, the Mike Gagliano. Michael is the image in my mind when I think of a fire service officer. He is a firefighter at his core, a leader in all he does. What distinguishes truly great individuals, what elevates them to that sacred place of being someone we would gladly follow. His love and devotion to his family are a testament to a man who knows what matters most. We are blessed to have him at the front of our fire service leading the charge. Salute. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join me, Tom Brennan's daughter Eileen, in representing the 2020-2021 Tom Brennan Lifetime Achievement Award to Captain Michael Dugan.
Good morning. Now I got to get my glasses out. Sorry, I am getting old. Thank you all. First off, I would like to thank Eileen Brennan-Kress and Tommy's family. It is so cool that a New York City truck captain is getting an award named after a New York City truck captain. That is awesome. I would also like to thank my friends at Clarion Media, Bobby, Diane, Ginger, Pete, all of you, thank you. It's also amazing to be the only winner of the Tommy Brennan Lifetime Achievement Award 3 times. That's amazing. I got it in April 2020, April 2021, and now in August 2021. The last 2 parties were off the hook. You should have been here. To be included with a group that includes names like Tommy Brennan, Vinnie Dunn, Leo Stapleton, Ray Downey, John Norman, Jerry Tracy, Glenn Corbett, Rick Lasky, Billy Goldfeder, Billy Guston, and many more. They are mentors and friends, and to be on that list and have my name on that list, it's humbling. Now I want to thank you, the brothers and sisters in the audience. You're the reason I'm up here. Okay, thank you for making this dumb kid from New York relevant. If it wasn't for you wanting to learn and wanting to be better at what we do, at this noble profession that we are involved in, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. And now I can't get the pages to come apart. I'm getting there. Okay, we want to be better at what we do. My dad once said, do something you love and you will never work a day in your life. He was so right, and I did that. I loved what we did every day of my life. I loved it. It is not a crime to love the fire service. There is nothing wrong with that. What makes us unique and great, because we want to do more. I'm not sure if I've met you yet, but you are out there. You might be Sam, you might be Samantha. You might be Danny, you might be Danielle. You might be Jenny, you might be Jerry. I don't know who you are, but you are my replacement. You are the brother or sister that is stepping up to start carrying the torch. I have carried the torch for a while with a lot of my dear friends. My friends like Mike Galliano, Rick Lasky, John Salka, Chris Delisio. The list goes on and on and on. I have carried the torch, but the time is coming for me to put the torch down. And it's for you to pick it up. You now have to step up. You have to be willing to step up to the front of the room. You have to be willing to be courageous. You have to be willing to put yourself out there. And it's not always easy. But the rewards are immeasurable. Okay? To think of the numbers that we reached through our training, through the things we have done, is amazing, okay? And that person who's coming to take my place, one day you are going to be up here. You are going to receive the recognition from your brothers and sisters, and it is amazing. All it takes is passion and hard work. And I know you're passionate because you're here. And all you got to do is put the work in. Write an article. Get involved. We want to hear what you have to say. You're differing, your perspectives, they're all different than mine. So come up here, join them, okay? You have to do that. You have to do that. Lastly, I want to thank my daughters, Sarah and Emily, for always believing in me and supporting me. I know I missed a few things along the way, and you were fine with that, and I deeply appreciate that. Now this is going to be the hard one. To my Missy, the love of my life, you are the foundation that our family is built on. And I love you. You were always there to support me. You were always there to help me. You were always there for me. There is not enough ways to say thank you, but I will continue to try. We did it. We won the Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you. Now, you and me, let's go do another lifetime together. Sorry. Thank you, my love. I love you, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, thank you. God bless, and God bless America.